Um, the glamour of trying a drug one time is always there, regardless if you've done it one time or a million times. It's always that one more time, that one more experience that make you feel good, or you think it'll change the way you feel, or those things. A lot of times, the one time is the final time, especially with heroin. We see it all the time. We saw it just a couple weeks ago with a gentleman never tried it, was alcoholic, tried it one time, and is dead. Now, the scary part of heroin is you don't know that it's even heroin anymore. You're buying this drug off the streets. It's cut with fentanyl, very highly potent opioid, that as soon as you put it in your bloodstream, especially if you've not had experience with opiates or any tolerance, it will shut you down and kill you right on the spot. And we're seeing it in high numbers. A lot of times when people say opiates, they kind of couple that with other drugs, benzodiazepines, methamphetamines, and all that. Opiate is a drug in and of itself that has connections with the brain that is natural. So when you think about an opiate, you need to kind of go back to the poppy plant. And it's a natural plant that's grown in other countries, primarily close to the equator. And what happens is the poppy grows, they cut a slit in it, they drain all the impurities off of it, and then that becomes pure opium. Then they go through another process to make that heroin or whatever they're going to send it to and do, if it's morphine or whatever. There's different processes that it goes through in order to make it the type of drug that they're trying to make it. Primarily right now is heroin. That's the trade pretty much for the most part. Most of the opioids are synthetics that are made by pharmaceutical companies that are really close to the chemical makeup as the pure poppy plant. You got hydrocodone, oxycodone, morphine, dilaudid, oxymorphone, fentanyl, which is another highly synthetic opioid, and then you got heroin. You know, that's the big daddy of them all because of it's in its purest form, and you never know how pure it's going to be when it's heroin. Heroin is the one that's going to overload the brain completely. It's going to connect to your opiate receptors. It's going to release dopamine, serotonin, all the good warmy fuzzy things. When it connects to that right there, that's going to be the one that pretty much says everything's okay. So I would try to take the guys in our program down that road of what my experience was and tell them, you know, the horror stories of it, because that's all there is when it comes to heroin. There is no glamour, there is nothing. It is a rob you, kill you drug. That is not the one you're going to try once and then it's going to be okay. First, it can kill you the first time. Secondly, if it don't kill you, it's even bad because then you're addicted. It's the type of drug that as soon as you try it, that you got to try it again just to make sure that it was that good. And then the next time to make sure it was that good. Then it wasn't as good as the next time, so you have to try it again to try to get that, capture that again. Before you know it, you're doing lots of it. Then before you know it, you're in rehab, jail, or even dead. It's probably sooner to be dead than you are going to be any of those other places. It's a dead end, period. So it's not a scare tactic, it's a reality. It's a real reality. You see people that you would never dream ever going to do heroin now. You know, the athlete, the mother, the whoever, and it's robbing our youth, to be honest with you. But it works like this: you start taking the medication, just like for myself, did the same thing. Start taking the Lortab for a car wreck, back pain, whatever it may be, and you realize the pain goes away. But not only the pain goes away, the pain of life goes away. You don't have to really stress anymore. Everything just feels very good for those 4 hours. It's kind of hard to go back to the normal issues of life without thinking, maybe I should take another one of those. That was good, no harm here. You don't get sick off of it, no big deal. And then they take them away. And you may skate by that first one, but if you ever get injured again, you take them again. Okay, life, things are going on in life, maybe I can get another prescription. You know, and then it kind of leads into maybe getting them on the black market. And then you start realizing, hey, Lortabs don't work as well anymore. Do some research, find out, hey, there's oxycodone out there. Let's try some of that. Oh, these are really good. These are twice as better as the Lortab. So you get on that train. Before you know it, you develop a habit, and your brain chemistry changes to the point of, if you don't have this, you're in severe depression. So it's not releasing the serotonin and the dopamine, and the opiate receptors not coming when you have pain. So you're just in severe physical, mental pain, even with really nothing going on. So the only relief is to go back to the pill. And that's the progression. Once that starts wearing off with the oxycodone, and once you're that far into it, don't matter who you are. the thought of getting a bag of heroin actually starts selling them better and better because it's cheaper, easier to find, and it does the same thing and even better.